I'm literally just going downtown to get some food. Look at this little deer walking through somebody's front garden. Oh my god. Oh, there's more. Jesus Christ, there's 3 of them. Look at that, feeding in somebody's front garden. What a place. Just wandering around, looking for food, same as me. I'll say one thing about Salida, every house appears to be really different. I'm going to walk around downtown later. I've just been for some supplies, so I'm going to sort my supplies out first. Well, I was going to have a walk downtown, down the old town, and just do a quick video, because it really is nice down there. There's a river and a lot of nice places, but as you can see, the weather's turned and it's supposed to be like this on and off for a couple of days. It's about 5:30, so if this doesn't clear up, I'm afraid this is as much as Salida as you're going to see, because I'm back on trail tomorrow. I'm just going to sort my stuff out now.
A lot in terms of toys, motorized toys, but for me it's mainly hiking and mountaineering, so my toys can fit in the closet.
That's nice.
Maybe a bit of a garden or something.
Well, good morning. I'm back at Monarch Pass at the Monarch Crest store. They don't open while 9 o'clock. A big thanks to the bike shuttlers that brought me here this morning. Absolutely great stuff. It's really, I didn't have to hitch back. I booked a shuttle ride with those guys. If you see the picture, the lad on the left, John, it's a kid I've been bumping into for 3 or 4 days now. We've crossed each other's path. It's only a young lad, it's his first through hike. Lad from Denver, he organised it and gave me the number, so I got one myself. So that's it, back on trail. I'm just over halfway. The weather, as you can see, is not great. So I'm going to have, I don't know, 3 or 4 days of unsettled weather, shall we say. I've got about 5 days before I get to Lake City, where I'm going to have another rest day, I hope. So I shall catch you then. Well, not then, I'll catch you in a bit. Well, I've not gone 300 or 400 metres and my mouth's bone dry already. Man, this altitude. I do hope these clouds clear, but I'm not too hopeful. Right, I'm I don't know, mile or 2 in. There's Monarch Pass, where I left there this morning. I've got from Monarch Pass about 5 or 6 miles to get back onto the, well, back to join up with the Eastern Collegiate. So then it becomes one trail. At the minute I'm still on the Western Collegiate. And then I'm heading, my next trail town is Lake City, which is slightly over 100 mile, 101, 102 mile roughly. I've got 5 days supply of food, so we'll see where that gets me. Hopefully this cloud it's looking to, yeah, I think it might clear up with a bit of luck. I'm fairly sure that little place out there that's in the sun is called Sargent's little town. And I'm fairly sure that's Highway 50 that you can see winding its way around that that pass. Okay, I'm 5 miles in, and this is where the Western Collegiate joins up with the Eastern Collegiate. That is the Eastern Collegiate down there, and that is the Western Collegiate what I've just come in on. So they're both combined now together, and as you can see, the CDT and the CT go that way. And I'm 95 mile from the junction where I get off to go to Lake City. Sorry, 96 mile. I've just done 5, so yeah, from this morning it's 101 mile to my next resupply stop, which is Lake City. I've not done a great deal of, well, you can see why, it's just claggy as hell. But I'm going to start dropping down now, so hopefully I'll come out of the cloud and maybe get some better views. But I'm probably going to be dropping back into the tree line soon. Got a nice view. I've just come out of the trees. I'm at about 12 mile in for the day, and that absolutely gorgeous, spectacular looking peak there, I'm sure is Antora Peak. That's over 13,000 foot, that baby. Isn't it gorgeous, man? Wow. What a lovely view. That little chipmunk still stood. Oh, he's telling me off now. Oh dear. He's telling me off because I'm not looking at him. You still see him? There he is down there. Bless him. It looks like one of my wishes is going to be granted. I wanted to see the aspens in their autumn colours, and they're starting to turn, look. I've another 2 weeks left yet. My camp spot tonight. A popular spot. The only flat area for ages. That's the spot where I camped last night. Had a good sleep. I got 22 miles in, which I'm quite happy with, to say I didn't start well gone 8:30. I have got a long water carry this morning, so I need to really top up. There's a little water feed stream there, but there is a little feeder stream about, I don't know, 1/10 of a mile up there. So hopefully I can find that it's running and I won't have to filter. I'm not happy with the clouds. I mean, look, it's usually a really bright mornings and the clouds coming in the afternoons, but they're here already, so I'm expecting some rain today. Right, I'll catch you all later. Well, unfortunately, I've done very little filming today. As you can see, I'm in the clag, and it's been like this since I've left camp this morning. And unless the sun can manage to break through or I get down to a lower level, it's going to be like this most of the day, so very little filming. I have bumped into a couple of interesting characters that I will go into later. Right, I shall keep my fingers crossed for a view. My absolute very first view of the day, and I kid you not, it's 1:30. Well, it just looks like I've hit mile 300. I think we're about to get some rain. I'm about 21 mile in and it's about 5:30, so I'm going to go, I don't know, another hour, hour and a half, see what happens, see how bad this rain gets. A bit of road walking for the first time. I don't think it's for too far though. Whew. There's my tent spot, my pitch for last night. I made 25 mile, which I'm well happy with because it was a really tough day yesterday. Lots and lots of ups and downs. It was nearly all day was spent in the forest, in the tree line, and I'm guessing most of today is going to be very similar as well. Nice camp spot though. Now I bumped into John and Alex and a few others yesterday. They were all camping in the same spot about 3 mile back, and they reckon it's going to be sunny today. I hope it is, because I've got quite a few things that I need to dry out. My tent's one. My sleeping bag's a little bit damp as well because it rained last night for quite a bit. Not wet, but it wants to be. I like my stuff dry. Now I'm going to be aiming for another 20 odd day, because today, I think yesterday there was over 4,500 foot of elevation gain. A lot of up and down. Today's only half that, so I'm hoping for another 25 mile day. This is day 3 on my journey towards Lake City, which is going to take about 4.5 days. So the more I can put in during the day, the shorter the day is when I actually hike into Lake City. That's why I push these days. I like to get into the trail towns earlier rather than later. Right, I'll catch up with you later. This is the sort of country that I'm walking through at the minute, and compared to yesterday, what a blessing. I'm a bit low, but I think I'm about 9,500 foot, something like that. But the going is so much more easier. Yesterday was really difficult. Plus I was literally in the tree line all day, just tight, narrow track, all rocky and pebbly and stony. It was a difficult day. Today's an absolute blast so far. I really do enjoy walking across open terrain like this. I really love this sort of stuff. There's a thunderstorm hitting that mountain over there, look, if you can make it out. It's just been thundering for a good 10 minutes or so. You can see the rain coming down now. Hope the hell it stays over there. Right, this is the end of the day. I've got about 24 mile in, something like that. See those guys over there? I camped with them 2 nights ago, I think. And I keep bumping into them regular. They really are great people. There's Melissa, there's Jodie, there's John, Alex and Kevin. So I've got to know them all pretty well, like really well. So, but me being me, we've all decided to stop here because this is a really good water source. You see the water down there, look? Because water's been pretty tight at the minute. It's not been that good today. So this is a good water source, and it looks like rain again. It's about 5:30 now, so we've all decided individually. We've not walked in a group, but I had to chuckle to myself because look, they're all over there together. It is me. No, it's not like I don't like people. I'd just rather be on my own. So yeah, I'm here as usual, and everybody else is other side of the canyon. Right, catch you later. Well, good morning. Well, I slept like a log last night up in those trees, the other side of that little little canyon, for want of a better word. But they're all packing up now, I'm just setting off. Man, it were a cold night. I was lovely and warm, but I got up this morning and there was frost all over the inside of my tent. So I need to stop once that sun's up to dry everything out, because inside of my tent will be wet through, because all the ice, well, I banged all the outside of the tent to get the ice off, and the ice inside the tent will just drop onto the floor. So I need to dry everything up. That's looking back to where I've come from this morning. About an hour in. Oh, come on, son. My toes and fingers are freezing. Looks like some snow fell on that mountain over there, look, last night. I think that's Organ Mountain, I'm not 100% certain. So I've got to get up and over San Luis Pass today. San Luis Peak is a 14,000 foot mountain, so I'm guessing there'll be a bit of snow up there. As you can see, look, there's a hunter's camp. See the smoke from a campfire. These guys have come in on horseback, look. You probably can't see, but I can make them out. There's 3 of them sat round the fire. I can see them from here. Because I say, it's elk season's just started and bow season's started. And if you're a hunter from out of town, it costs $750 just for one elk tag. So that's a lot of money. And they bring the horses with them. I want to bring the gear in, obviously, but 2, to help pack out the meat as well. I'm at about 11,200 foot. So I've got another 1,400 foot to go. And about 4.5 miles before I get to San Luis Pass. It's going to be tough. And that's not the only pass, I've got another couple after there. And it's supposed to get really miserable this afternoon, so I've got my fingers crossed, literally. That low point there is where I'm heading. That is San Luis Pass, 12,400 feet. And that is San Luis Peak, that's a 14,000 footer. 14er. I won't be trying to get up there today, not with the state my legs are in. Plus there's supposed to be some bad weather coming in, so I need to get up and over as soon as I can. Well, that were on time. That's coming from up there, that's San Luis Peak up there. This is San Luis Pass. And I've been hailstoned big time for, well, maybe the last hour climbing up to this path. Excuse the wind, it's absolutely howling up here at the minute. You're not going to see much, are you? Right, so but that is where I'm going, which could be better weather for me, I hope. Basically, I'm following that side all the way around to that pass right down there. Right, I'll catch you all later. That there, the high point, San Luis Peak. Like I said earlier, that's a 14,000 foot mountain. And then the low point there is the pass that I've just literally come up and over, and then gone right round to the right. And then up and over there, I couldn't take a shot because it was covered in fog and it was still, well, I couldn't see it. Is San Luis Pass. Like I say, it was covered in hailstone. Look at the views down there. It's all changed now, look at it. Look at the views now. That thunderstorm's gone, it's headed the other way. Well, I've walked through it. And that's where I'm heading now, down there and up to the left over another pass. Well, that's the first pass of the day. I managed to climb. I'm about 12,500 feet. Won't be the last. But man, I can barely feel my damn fingers. In fact, I'll give you the 180. So this is where I've come from. That's where I came from yesterday, up and over that. I camped down in the bottom. Oh, my toes aren't too far behind, look. Right, carry on now. I did say in my first video that I were kind of rolling the dice with weather. Oops, get my thumb on it way. Yeah. That's where I've just come up and over that pass there and worked my way around. That's where I'm headed. The third pass of the day. Another climb. Cloud just starting to come in a bit. Lovely. Right, I made the top of that pass. Now for the real fun stuff. I'm going up there. I've got to get up and over that bugger. Yeah, well, here goes. That's where I'm headed. There's a little pond down there, a little lake. I don't know whether you can see it or not. Well, that's my objective. Right down there. Finally starting to descend. I've been up on Snow Mesa for, well, a good amount of while. It's been tough, the weather's been gruesome. I can't feel my feet. But that's where I'm headed, right down into that, where the sun's shining. And I don't know whether you can make out, there's a road. Is there a road right over there? That, I believe, is the road to Lake City, where I'm spending 2 nights. So I've got about 2 miles to go to get to the trailhead, and then I've got a 17-mile hitch into Lake City. Right, this is the place that I'm staying at for 2 nights, Elkhorn RV Resort and Cabins. As I said earlier, we were so fortunate to get that cabin. It was literally a last-minute cancellation. It's lovely, it's absolutely lovely. And the reason everywhere's so full, I've got to know a little bit more. There's a music and a wine tasting festival on this weekend, so this little tiny place is packed with RVers and ATVers, to speak of which. Right, this is a look inside the digs that I've finally managed to get. It's a bit bright, isn't it, coming through there? So, I get the double bed. Alex has got the bottom bunk. And Geordie's got the top bunk. It's a bit cramped, but at $90 a night, I think it's pretty damn good. We're literally just drying all our gear off at the minute, look. Those 2 guys have just nipped for a shower, and when they've come out, I'll be nipping for one as well. But we've been really lucky to get any accommodation. We got into Lake City, we hitched in, we all got a hitch together. Our lady stopped. And I'm glad she did, because we was literally hitching in the middle of nowhere in the rain. And I was absolutely frozen, it really was. But anyway, we're here now. I mean, look at some of these things. God only knows what these had cost. Look at that, that's a bloody double decker, well not double decker, it's a bus. Great stuff. Everything you need. That's us, number 3. But look at this. We don't get them on our campsites, do we? No. Love the place, it's absolutely gorgeous. And the sun is starting to come out.